What's going on, guys? I'm going to join the video. In this one, I'm going to be giving you 15 trips and trips. Yep, incredible. Cool, that's working. Tips and tricks on how to become a good builder in Minecraft. I have 15 of them. If I didn't say that, I feel like I did, but whatever. Now, something in my last tutorial, which is this one that is conveniently right behind me, asked me how I was such a good builder. I don't know why I cannot speak. And yeah, so I'm gonna give you 15 tips. You can probably guess on some of them. However, the first like 4, 5, probably not obvious. 6 maybe. Yeah, probably. Well, not any of them are that obvious. But this is my second attempt because my PlayStation hates me. But we're gonna start off with number 1, and I don't remember what it is. Oh yeah, it has nothing. This one, obviously you can not do any of these and you can be a good builder. You can. I do. And yeah, the first like, what, 4 aren't that serious? 5. So number 1 is just be motivated. I mean, motivation is kind of what started this whole thing for me. And now there are the number of builds around me that you can't really count. I mean, you could count them, but there's a lot. And yeah, motivation is kind of a big thing, and I feel like people, or at least one person that I know, lacks that. And not the best builder, no offense, but number 2 is inspiration. But I had to pick an apple. I thought that'd be pretty funny. But this one is not necessary. Again, you could come up with your own things. I used to do that, however, I kind of have been a little bit dry. But like most of my modern houses, there are inspired by pictures and stuff that I find because why not? Numero trace or 3, whatever you just decide. Number 3 is have an idea. Now, normally this is what I used to do with my modern houses until I'm gonna need this. Yes, you are. This one is like I used to do this. However, I've kind of again run dry. But you need to have at least some idea of what you're trying to build. And what Skittles is going on back there? So it's kind of a random palette that I made. I don't know why. Number 4, I forget what this one is. Oh yeah, practice makes perfect. This is kind of a normal thing. Like, yes, that face. For really, it's just a normal thing. Like when I started. Okay, I'm gonna be 100% honest. My first house was pretty much. Hang on. Was pretty much something like that, except obviously it had 4 walls, and yeah, but it was a mess, and yeah, it was dirt. I don't even know if it had a front door. I can't remember because that was a long time ago. But now look at me. I am so insulted. Wow, good job. I love that. And yeah, now I have these. I love my modern houses. They're my favorite. Number 5 is no rushing. This is Billy the Calm Guy. Yeah, follow his meditation skills. He's T-posing. But yeah, that's really all I have for this one. Just be calm like Billy. Number 6, this is for towns and cities and stuff. Is you need to kind of have a plan of how everything will go. Cause yeah, I have a town that I'm building, and it has literally a street of houses, and then houses scattered everywhere else, like one house by itself. Try not to do that. Try to do something like this, kind of like houses, and have like a neighborhood with a lot of different roads and stuff. And then kind of have the city part with like restaurants and stuff. Kind of just have to divide it properly. I will, Billy. I will. Number 7 is space. Make sure you have enough space. Don't cram something in like this poor oak building is. The 2 gray concrete is supposed to represent different buildings. They're just kind of cramming it in there. You need to have the space, because if you kind of try and cram something in there, normally it won't look good. I actually had to deal with that. The grooming salon or whatever it is over there, the pet salon I think is what it's called actually. I had to cut off like the back of it in one of my worlds, in the same world that has the stupid house street, because I was building a stadium and it got too close. So yeah. Number 8 is proportions. So this is kind of a dumb way to represent proportions. But let's say this is a garage door and this is a door. That's just not right. the garage door should be like 5 times the size of the door. So, front door. So it's just like you need to make sure everything's proportional because if you have things unproportional, it's not really gonna look very good. Obviously, I don't always do a good job of that necessarily, but you know, it's whatever. It's Minecraft. Number 8, I think. Yes, 8 is no 9. Sorry, that was 8. Is do you want it to be functional? So like, I use levers because redstone stuff. Yes, propositions and things like it's proportion. Okay, whatever. I'm just not gonna judge that. But functional is an important thing. Thank you, Turtles, for that comment. But functional, like, not everything obviously can be made functional, but if you can make it functional, I would always would. Just because, you know, it's just a nice thing to have. Even if you don't ever use it, it's just cool to be there. Number 10 is block palette. Now, I have a good block palette and a bad block palette, in my opinion, at least. This is kind of the normal modern house block palette that I use, obviously with some more for garage doors and stuff, but it's kind of the normal, sometimes I'll have a different door. But this, I have no problem with any of these blocks. It's just the combination, yeah, proportions, thank you. The combination of them and the use of them is important, because if you're trying to use diamond block, kelp block, and honeycomb block for a house, it's probably not going to be the best looking house. No offense, but I mean, and then purple stairs, I just kind of added that because that's just a weird color combo, and then the glass, because personally glass panes are better. Door is my least favorite door, but that's just my opinion. Actually, jungle doors are kind of weird. But yeah, it's just like this is kind of typical for me, obviously. Yeah, kind of look at that one. That pretty much uses the exact same, except I think it has pillar quartz and tripwire hook added just for reasons. Number, what is it, 12 or 11? 11. The shape, the depth, and the detail. So like depth would be kind of like this, where it's backwards and more like how it's thinner and stuff. And shape don't get too crazy with, along with detail, because if you have too much detail, there's too much to look at. It's the same thing with displays for like holidays and stuff. If you have too much, it's gonna look bad. You should make a video where you make a house with bad blocks. I totally should. Maybe I'll at the end of the video, maybe I'll use those blocks to make a house. But shape, like really all these don't go too crazy with, but depth I do personally like. I've mentioned it a lot in my videos. Yeah, I have a build in one of my worlds. I remember that day. My dad was on a call and I was being really quiet. And I built like a bakery. It was like a modern bakery kind of. And I had the roof, like where I have the arch roof, which I'll talk about later. And I had like the kind of wall that's in line with it, like pushed back. It's really weird. Maybe I'll show you that later eventually. Not in this video, but eventually maybe you'll see it. So yeah, number 12 is the roof. Do you want it to be flat like this or pointed like this? Now, these houses are a little bit too small to be able to tell which one you'd like better. I personally like this one better, depending on the size of the house. Like, if it's really big, then I would probably do a flat roof. But if it's really small, I'd probably... If it's like medium size, I'd do this. Normally for suburban houses, this is what I do, and then this is modern. Look at all this space you got. The nice thing with this roof, too, is you have more space. Not much for this house, but the bigger the house, the more space. We haven't really had anything that relates to this, but we will, I think, later. Number 13 is style. Do you want it to be futuristic, modern, suburban, rustic, medieval? Oh yeah, there is one. That's kind of where block palette also comes in. You have to connect these two, because if you're building like a modern thing and you're using oak, that's not going to look good. Or medieval, like concrete and quartz and that kind of stuff. Just no. Like medieval, I'd use cobblestone, stone, stuff like that. Rock type of materials. So yeah. This is supposed to be a futuristic thing. I don't know what it is. But 14 is height. How tall do you want the building to be? I kind of just made a tall tower here. It's actually nothing in here. I should put like lava in there so the whole thing's burning down by the end of the video. But yeah, this is kind of a big thing, how many stories you want and all that, just because it does kind of affect your build. And last one, 15, sorry, not detail, decoration. This kind of is detail, but whatever. Like, flowers, hedges, shutters. I didn't actually put the shutters in the middle. Careful with this, because if there's two blocks, then they're going to connect, and it's going to look really weird. I actually did that on one of my houses, I think. Yeah, I did. And, yeah, obviously don't go too crazy with this again, because it's going to be too much to look at, and that does not look good. So, yeah, those are the 15 tips and tricks. I'm going to make a house out of these bad blocks, and we're going to see what it looks like. No, I want the diamond, thank you. Let's see what I can do. It's very small, but whatever. Windows will be interesting to do. I'm trying to go, I don't even know. This is gonna look like a bus over here. Maybe honeycomb would look good for a bus. You never know. You never know until you try it. Glass blocks are good for when you're surrounding a door and stuff like that. Just be careful when, if not to like do all glass, because I just don't like the lack of voice cracks, apparently. Lack of features, I guess. Okay. Now let's see what I can do. Sure, that works. And see how ugly this will look. Ooh, wait, hang on. I'm going to cut it off here. You'll see why I'm doing this. It's kind of a thing. This is important, because if stuff doesn't line up, then this roof will look weird. So, yeah. And if I did it the other way, it'd look fine, but I'm not doing it that way, so. I may need to get purple slabs, which is fine. Not that I'm breaking the rules, I just kind of need them. Unless I want to make it look really bad. Because, yeah, this does not look pretty. What? Let's see what this will look like. This will just kind of give you an idea of what a bad block palette will make your look. What concretes I do want to talk about for a second with that too, because concretes are an interesting one. If you use them correctly, they can look good. However, if you use them wrong, they'll look bad. Like I've used light blue terracotta before, and also terracotta, and it looks just fine. But if you don't properly use these materials, the build will end up looking bad. Here we go. Here we go. No, I don't think I'll need it. I might need it. No, I should need it, actually. The purple slabs. But we'll see. The honeycomb block is a really weird block. I personally am not the biggest fan of it. It just does not look good to me. It's not a proper looking block. Not that this is gonna look better, but you know what, whatever. Yeah, that rhymed. And it wasn't even on purpose. I don't think you'll be able to see this, but whatever. Purple slabs, where are you? I don't want brick blocks, thank you very much. See ya. I'm gonna put it poking out like here. Alright, this is kind of an important thing, just so everything matches up fine. Okay, let's see how ugly my creation will look in a moment. I mean, obviously it's not the best, even if the block palette was better, it still wouldn't be the best build, but it's because I was doing this kind of quickly. It's because I was rushing. Hint, hint. See, I don't follow one of my own rules and it backfires for me. The coincidence of that is just a wow. Hang on. Let's build, do not forget, and hi. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. Hello, Jay Mitchell. Sorry I keep forgetting that. I'm gonna mark that down in a minute. Hang on. Let me finish this thought. Or build, whichever one it is, because I don't know anymore. Wait, what am I? No. What am I doing? Arthur is being stupid. There we go. This is ugly, but whatever. We're just gonna... And that, my friends, is block palette. Okay, I already did that. Let's see how ugly this looks, and then I'm gonna leave. Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. Well, it's so good we all forget, so I know. I need to do that, though. Yeah, speaking of city, I mentioned it in this video, so yeah, that's kind of what an ugly block palette does to your build. But thank you guys for watching this video. Unfortunately, that is all I do. Stuff. I don't know why I said stuff. I read the comment. That is all I have time for. I do have time to do other things, but shh. Nobody knows, except for literally everyone watching this video, but whatever. Thank you guys for watching this video, and hope you guys did enjoy this video as I saved it in a playlist, as usual. Hang on a minute. Okay, I thought there was a comment. Maybe there was a comment, and I'm just dumb. No, another person joined. Oh, I hate that. I don't have anything else to say. If you have any tutorial suggestions, leave them in the comments, or any video suggestions. It's also a thing. I don't have anything else to say. I don't know why my camera keeps moving. Cause I'm hitting the stick. That's why. Duh. Bye. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!